fishing.
Just sportsmanship needs to prevail.
Remember, it only takes 5 minutes. That's all it takes to
I
catch
just
5
landed
fish.
my first fish.
Yes, let's get to it. Yes, I'm amped. So, good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Just Fishing. And today we down in my shop or my garage, just where I store all my tackle. And I'm super excited for today's show, or maybe a multiple series show. Definitely not on the water this episode, but I have an awesome package that has arrived for me, and I'm super excited to get it open. So let's just get into this. Little bit of Bassmasters line. Right, we've got enough space here. I think we're good. Let's go get this package. I am super excited to unbox this package, and I want to give you a little quick backstory on where this comes from. So one day I got a Facebook message from somebody that I didn't know that said to me, "Hey Mark, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. We've watched your videos, we've seen you do rod reviews for the Abu Garcia, and we like your style, we like what you're doing. And if you haven't seen that Abu Garcia rod video, I'll link it in the top description up here. Anyway, they said they like my rod reviews, you know, would I be interested in reviewing some of their rods? And I kind of thought, wow, that's amazing, because this company at this present moment is not represented in South Africa. So this is an international brand approaching me to review their rods. Of course, I was a little bit skeptical about it, and yeah, the process kind of took a little bit long for me to get to a point where I got rods. So before we unbox this box, I must just say a slight disclaimer. I have already received a package from this company. What basically happened is they said, these are the rods that we represent. Would you be able to try them? Send me a wish list of what rods you want to try, and we'll send them down to you free of charge, no strings attached. Maybe they just want a bit of assistance getting into the South African market. And so I said, hey man, sure, go for it. Nothing to lose. And the first package arrived and I was blown away. I really liked the way these rods looked. I liked the way they felt, but I felt that I hadn't selected the right rods in terms of their flexibility and the models, the makes and the models. And after I did a lot more research, because I was skeptical in the beginning, I wasn't really sure whether that I was actually going to receive anything. I kind of just wishy-washy said, I'll try the medium heavies and a few of the other brands. You know, send me your best brands and your lower end brands, and I'll kind of do a full overview on what's going on. Anyway, the package came, I unboxed them, I thought, okay, these guys are for real, they're serious. I got to deal with the owner subsequent to that. I've been in conversation with him, and what an absolutely great guy. I said a shout out to Louis. You're probably watching this, or I know you're watching this because you've sent me pictures of yourself watching my channel, which is absolutely awesome. And thanks to you, thanks for all the support, and thanks for trusting in me to do these reviews for you, and for sending me these rods, dude. I mean, so awesome, so rad. So I've had a first set, I like them. I then contacted them again and I said, look, you know, I don't think that I've selected the right rods for the South African market. Is it possible for you to send me some more that I can test and trial them, perhaps that may be better suited? And I kind of selected 2 series that they come out with that I thought would be spot on for the South African market, and also for me to fish with. You know, I'm used to the higher end rods. Simple as that. I'm not a rod snob. I'm used to the higher end rods. I'm a tournament angler. I fish for a little while. I know a little bit about fishing rods, and if I'm gonna fish with them myself, I want quality stuff. I want the best possible range in their brand, and that's what I got here. So enough rambling, that's a slight bit of a backstory. Let's get to this unboxing, because damn, I'm excited. Normally you see on unboxing videos, the guys like to take a big blade or a knife or something really... You know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. There we have it. This is the way we overcompensate for an unboxing in South Africa. This is called a machete, and this thing's good to do to cut pretty much anything. Okay, so the first item in the box, I kind of wasn't expecting that, so I tell you what I'm gonna do. One here and one here. We're just gonna do this, and I'm gonna put it over here, and just like this I'm gonna spin around and reveal what brand of rods it is. So here we go. There we have it. If you can't see it from there, the rod brand that we have here is Arc Fishing Rods. Now if you don't know Arc Fishing Rods, yeah, catch a wake up, open your eyes, check it out. You got a 2-time back-to-back winner on the Elite Series, multiple FLW winner Brandon Cobb, representing Arc Fishing Rods. Not only him, but a well-known Elite Series angler, bass professor, now fishing on the MLF Series, Randall Tharp. I nearly forgot his name there, Randall Tharp. And these guys are absolute professionals. And those two series, the Randall Tharp series and the one that Brandon Cobb uses, which is the Invoker series, is the ones that I've focused on here. So we're talking top quality stuff here. Bass pros, we got professionals that make a living from bass fishing. These are the rods that they're using right here in South Africa, and I'm so stoked. So let's keep going. First off, we have a box within a box. First off, what do we have? Nicely wrapped. I see the man knows what he's doing. He's protected the rod tips with a piece of B-flute corrugated there. I know it's B-flute corrugated because that's what I do, packaging, B-flute. So staple it closed there. Let's see if we can. Oh, there we go. Okay. First rod out is a Randall Tharp Signature Series 7'6" medium heavy extra fast tip. It's called the Offshore Special. Now the Randall Tharp series, he's named all of his rods. I think he's got 12 or 13 rods in his range, and he's named them all. He's either named them after people who've helped him design them, or just cool names. One of them is a King Cobra. I think that's, you know, he likes to flip and pitch. He's really good at fishing a jig. So one of his flipping and pitching rods, which is in this box, is called the King Cobra, and this one is obviously that he uses for ledge fishing, and he's called it the Offshore Special. Next rod out of the box is Eeny Meeny Miny Mo. Next rod out again is Randall Tharp series. As I said, this is the series that I want to focus on. I really like these rods. They're super light, and what I didn't mention with the other rods is each one of them comes with this cool tag, and it's got the man himself on there, and also a description or an explanation of what he uses these rods for and what he recommends them for, what he actually designed them for. So that's super cool. I'll keep all of these, and then we'll go through them either here or on the water, or however this review progresses. But for now, we're just unboxing them. I'll show you the full range. I'll also show you close-ups on all these rods as well. So this is the grinder. This is what he recommends for traps and crankbaits and those sort of things. So grinder, obviously, for a reaction bait rod and square bills, crankbaits, those sort of things. Again, it is 7-foot medium heavy, super light rod. Fantastic. Next one, an Invoker. So I spoke about this series earlier on. I think this is predominantly what Brandon Cobb uses. In fact, I know it is because he's a nice enough guy. I actually contacted him via Facebook or Instagram, one of the two, shortly after his last Elite Series win, and I asked him what sort of rods he uses, and he replied, which is super cool. Normally these pros are super busy traveling and doing interviews and working and all this stuff, but he replied and he explained to me exactly what he uses, and he's predominantly using the Invoker series, and he's busy trialing another series which I think I may have in here as well. So this is a 7'3" medium heavy extra fast. Looks super cool too. Slightly different grip. A lot of the rod blank showing there. Cool. Next up we have one that I am really the most excited about. It's no secret to this channel that I'm a swim jig madman. I love to fish swim jigs. So whenever I look at a series of rods, I always say to them, alright, which one am I going to fish with a swim jig with? And this one is also the Randall Tharp series. Again, it's his design. This is called the B-Hitte series. So it is with the assistance of Brett Height that he designed this rod. He is a chatterbait specialist. That fancy chatterbait that sells for $500 on Bass Warehouse is a B-Height. That's his special chatterbait. So he helped Randall Tharp design this rod specifically for chatterbaits, moving baits, spinnerbaits, swim jigs. So this is the one that I'm going to test out for the swim jig, I think. And yeah, pretty amped for this one too. So another one again in the Invoker series. Invoker series, shorter rod, 610. If I'm not mistaken, I think this one was for jerk baits and top waters, maybe small crankbaits as well. But Invoker series, another rod from them, 610, medium action. Again, straight out the bat, looks pretty good. Another one of Randall Tharp's rods, the King Cobra, the one I spoke of earlier on. This is what I wanted to take a look at for pitching, flipping and pitching. It is kind of a long rod. I normally like about a 7.2, 7.4 for flipping and pitching. It's just kind of an all-round. I can get a lot of accuracy there. And I don't really find that we need really heavy covey flipping rods in Cape Town at least. But yeah, this one is 7'6". It's going to be interesting. It's called the King Cobra, and it's a pole. It's an absolute flipping pole. One thing I've noticed off the bat about arc fishing rods is that when we talk about medium heavies, I think theirs are more stauncher than our normal medium heavies, what we're used to. In other words, I think in South Africa we're used to a lot of Shimano's, you know, we're used to Falcons, we're used to Abu Garcias, and those ranges of rods, their medium heavies are all pretty similar. You know, we go in down the middle with a medium heavy, it's sort of like your all-rounder. With these Arc series rods, and just from what I've seen in the previous rods that I've got, not really these, so maybe I'll change my mind as this review goes on, but the Arc series of rods, I think their medium heavies are a little bit stiffer than what we're used to, just slightly stiffer. Their tips aren't as soft in terms of what we're used to as a medium heavy. Moving on swiftly, that one is, I'm not sure what that is, and I'm not sure what that is, but this is the last one of the Arc series, the Randall Tharp series, and it's a spinning rod. I think of his 12 rods, he's got 2 spinning rods in the 12 rods, and the rest are all bait casters. This one is called the, let's see that there, come on, focus. There we go, the Meterman Special, and it is used for drop shots, soft tip, blah 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 blah. So small light crankbaits on a spinning rod. So drop shot rod, nice. I like that already. That's got the little keeper down here. So specifically for a drop shot, you can't hook it up here. You know the weight, and your hook sits here. I like that. That's down there. That's really 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 cool. I like the small things about this rod. That I like. Stupid, but I like it. So that's about it for the Tharp series and the Invoker series. And then I think Louis has sent me, which I was not expecting. I really was not. I didn't ask for these rods. So thanks again, Louis. I know he mentioned that I think at ICAST, which is coming up. So I've got these in South Africa. I don't think they've been released. I know that Brandon Cobb has been testing these rods for Louis. This is the Lancer series, but this is the Lancer Pro. So it's obviously an upgraded version of the Lancer series. I'll sit down in a minute and I'll break down all the different series for you. I'll get them up on the screen so that you can understand the full range of what ARC has to offer. But this is new for ARC fishing rods for this year. It's the Lancer series. It's a cool rod. That's one there. That's the 7'2" regular action, which I would say is about a medium heavy. That looks actually really nice just off the bat. And then let's have a look at this one. Again, also a Lancer Pro series, 7-foot medium heavy, extra fast tip. Yeah, looks like a super cool rod. Stay tuned for part 2 of this review. Cheers for now.